In this video, I will show you the best drawing principles to create better floor plans inside Rayon.design. So right here, I have took a screenshot in Pinterest of a 1-bedroom apartment, and I'm going to show you how we can elevate the whole drawing representation and graphic representation of this drawing. So first of all, let's just start off by tracing the walls. I know this drawing has a lot of contrast. However, I personally want to try out a whole new drawing language. So I'm going to go ahead and add a page like this. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and add a dark background here. So I will leave something like a dark gray in the background. I will go ahead and arrange it right here in the back. So let's go ahead and actually lower the opacity of the image here to something like this. And I'm going to use the wall tool to trace this very quickly. So I'm going to start from that wall. Let's go to over here. Let's go upwards. And then over on this side, and then let's just close this off. Now these walls, I'm going to make the thickness 0.2 for all of them. And now let's go inside the interior walls. I'm going to select the wall tool right here as well. Let's start from here to over here and then down here. Let's just draw this wall as well. We can go ahead with the wall tool again. And now these are basically how we're going to draw the walls. So I'm going to select the image here of the floor plan that we downloaded. I'm going to click lock. That way we don't select it accidentally. And I'm going to select all of the walls right here, one by one. And I'm going to show you how we are going to set up the walls in order to look better in terms of graphic representation. So over here, the fill, I will leave the fill a sort of dark gray, similar to what we have in the background. But then the stroke, I will keep it white. And this is how we will leave the walls for now. And then let's go here to this opening. We're just going to go ahead and draw a door to this side. Let's increase it in size just a little bit to something like this. We can duplicate this for all of the rooms. Now, next up, we'll do the window openings. I'm going to go in opening. Let's go to active block. Let's go to libraries. I am going to go ahead and select a window. So let's just type in window. Let's just choose this basic one. We will go ahead and place this right here. And then let's duplicate it another time over here. Something like this. So that would be the opening there. I'm going to show you in just a second how we're going to highlight. I'm going to show you a little bit more on how we use the drawing hierarchy here. So now we can duplicate this while holding the Alt key and moving them to the other side of the wall. Let's keep it right here. Let's increase this in size. Cool. So this is about it for the windows as well. Now, the important part here is that we want to know what is being cut from the section plane and what is visible, right? So that would mean that all of the furniture that we have here should have a lot of a thinner line than what we have on the lines of the walls. So I'm gonna go right here to blocks. Let's go to bed. Now we can drag and drop a bed like this. Let's go ahead and rotate this to 90 degrees. Next up, before we actually add the furniture, what we will do is that we will add the zones. So I'm gonna go right here at the zone tool. I'm gonna click once on all of the zones that we see here. So just like this. And now I will add a certain type of hatch for each zone. So I'm going to click here on texture. We're going to go at hatches. I'm going to go ahead and scroll downwards. I think I'm just going to add a parquet chevron like this. And I'll add a background on this. Now, the stroke, we can leave it some sort of a lighter gray. But the background, I want it a bit more on the darker gray side as well. And we can increase this in size in terms of scale. So maybe 2.5. Well, that seems too much. So 1.8 seems a bit better. And then we can do the same thing over here. So we can create this as a style. So we can save it and we can say this would be our flooring. Now we can basically copy this zone over here as well. For the bathroom, we'll obviously need different type of hats because these would be towels. However, we can still add the same background. We can just choose the fill. Let's choose this background. Let's go back. Let's use the stroke. Let's just choose this as well. So now we have all of the flooring set up here. Next up, what we'll do is that we'll go ahead and add the furniture. This is where it is very important to set up the proper line hierarchy because we're going to go at blocks. Let's go here at bed. I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop this bed right here, and then I'll rotate it for 90 degrees. I'm just going to place all of the furniture ones. Try and find a living room set. So for example, we can just drag and drop this set. We can rotate this for something like this. We can go inside and maybe move the chairs a little bit. for something like this. Then we can find a kitchen. So let's just drag and drop this right here. We can go ahead and delete all this stuff. Let's rotate this now, and we can leave it right there. So this would be for the kitchen as well. Now let's add a toilet right here. Now let's just add a bathtub as well. Let's rotate it to the other side. Let's increase it in size, and then we can add a basin. And finally, for the elements, we are going to go ahead and add a wardrobe right here, which we can also increase in size if you wanted to, but I'll just leave it like this for now, and then just one more smaller one for this area. So now I'll go ahead and edit the style. So for the border and the stroke right here, we're going to use a white stroke completely. And then for this one, we're going to use a white stroke as well, but the fill now is going to be a darker gray for both. Okay, so now that we have added the fill for the furniture as well, I can notice that there is not enough contrast from the ground and the fill right here. So what we might do is that I'm going to go ahead and test this out and maybe make the fill here a bit lighter, and then the stroke instead darker, so something like this. And I think this immediately looks better because once again, there is more hierarchy. And I mean, the keyword, like the most important principle, I guess, for drawing good floor plans, I would say is a hierarchy of the lines and the colors and everything. So now I will go ahead and select this background for the flooring as well. And I will select the same dark stroke that this flooring has here. Boom. Now I think it's very important for the strokes to be thinner as well, so I'm going to leave all of them at 0.1 millimeters. So now that you're familiar with how I set up the hierarchy of the lines and the colors, next up I'm about to show you how consistency plays a huge role in terms of how we set up floor plans. So now if we create a new zone here in the bedroom, we can basically just rename it here at bedroom. We can click enter. And then over here, we can scroll downwards. And one thing that we do want to make sure is that every single one of the annotations and even the dimensions are the same font. So for example, we can choose this Legend as a font, and then we can select all of these to be the same font and the same size as well. So let's choose the same font here. And all of these we can make, I think, white. And then we can also increase these in terms of size as well. So 0.2 can be one of them. And now we can basically just select this hash as well. Let's take it to the same style that we had earlier. So basically now we have done the zones. And what I said earlier has to do with the consistency principle, right? So even right here, I'm trying to keep all of the names aligned. That way, when someone reads them, it's a lot easier to move through this than if we had something like this and try and find all of the names in triangle. Obviously, this may seem more unimportant in a smaller floor plan like this, but when you're doing bigger projects, it actually makes a lot of sense to have all of the zoning names aligned. Okay, so now let's use the dimensions tool. So everything that we will add, the dimensions, the annotations, and everything else that will make it easier for someone to read the plan, have to be consistent in terms of the font and the size. However, we also have to keep in mind who will be reading these. So the more of a beginner or a non-architect the actual person that will view the floor plan is, the more annotations and explanation we'll need, and the more beginner friendly they need to look as well. Let's go here at the dimensions, and I'm going to choose the chain dimension tool. That way it doesn't stop with just one dimension, so we can keep it going just like this. We can continue with the other one as well. Boom, and then boom. Okay, cool. So now we keep all of these selected. Let's make all of these white. Let's go to legs end, and then we can also edit the stroke of the dimension. So for example, this can be white as well. And then we can add one more dimension from start all the way to finish. And then we can add another one from this side all the way to the other side, right? And then we can add one from this side all the way over here. Now, another thing to keep in mind with dimensions is that we do want the distances of the dimensions to be consistent as well. So for example, if this distance is 0.56 meters, then we also want this distance to be 0.56 meters. And in that case, we'll just move this a bit higher, right? And then over here as well, on this other side of the dimensions, we're going to do the same thing. So if we just move this over here, we can get this a bit closer for something like this. And now, as you can see, it looks a lot better as it has consistency with the way that it's delivered. Same thing goes if we actually use something like the leader tools. For example, we can just say right here, cooktop. We were going to make sure that this uses the same font and that it is white as well. and that it is bigger. So this can be 0.2, and then the stroke of this can be wide as well, and this can be 0.15, right? And now based on all these, we can add more wherever there needs to be extra explanations. Now, also make sure that while you draw, always keep everything layered over here with annotation, dimensions, shadows, walls. That way it is more organized and you actually avoid the cluttering of designing and drawing, which is very important to draw faster and be more efficient. By the way, all of this was drawn inside Rayon, which is web-based, it's fast, and as you can see, it's super simple to use. So if you want to go ahead and try it out, go ahead and click the first link in the description. Or if you want to see more of Rayon, make sure to watch this video of mine right here.